Alright guys, I'm here with a bit of information for Dragon Ball Legends. So, like super early in the morning, like around 2 a.m. my time anyway, the official Dragon Ball Legends Twitter accounts have put out a tweet, pretty much building up excitement for part 3 of the Dragon Ball Legends 8th anniversary. So, this is all in relation to the Legends Information Special Edition that we'll be getting. So, you guys are seeing the image on the screen right now, and the tweet itself says, Legends Information Special Edition celebrating the 8th anniversary Volume 3 premieres 7/7/2026, 1400 UTC. Plus, before the premiere, a history movie looking back at all the characters released since the 7th anniversary will drop at 1300 UTC. Legends Information begins right after it, so start by watching the history movie and get fired up. And then they're talking about the URL, which they'll show later. And on the image, we see literally every unit that has released since the beginning of the 7th anniversary. Now, I'm pretty sure that they're just trying to kind of connect the dots because of the fact that it's just a year difference between the release of all these units. I don't necessarily know if there's going to be any major significance with it indicating any specific characters. Because the thing is, right, we could surmise that, okay, like the Legends 7th anniversary started with Tournament of Power, so maybe the Legends 8th anniversary will end with the Tournament of Power, which if that was the case, literally the only character that would make sense would be an Ultra UI Goku, right? Like people have been begging for it forever at this point. We still don't have that as a unit, so maybe they could do something like that. I think that that would be the absolute safest option. However, the one thing that I'm still kind of stuck on is the fact that when it comes down to the tweet itself, they're still using hashtag unpredictable DBL 8th, right? Which, to be fair, for a lot of what was, been happening throughout this entire anniversary, it's been pretty unpredictable to, I'm really curious to see like how they're going to go about all of this, right? Because if they do end it off with Tournament of Power, it's kind of predictable, I'm hoping that it doesn't end up being just, really that. Like, I would say the most unpredictable part of the 8th anniversary was probably part 2. Only because the fact that in part 2, we got Game Originals units. Granted, they did give us, a little teaser that it was going to be focused on original. So people like guessing Shallot was slightly predictable, but the other unit that we got was obviously unpredictable because of Game Originals. You quite literally will never know what we get because it could be anything. So there is that. And I guess in a sense, with how part 1 started, the unpredictable part of part 1 was we led off with not only a legend unit, but also an ultra unit, which is actually a pretty big deal because all the celebrations that we've had in Dragon Ball Legends never lead off with an ultra unit, right? So if part 1's unpredictable part was, starting off with an ultra unit, and then part 2's was it being Game Originals, so we literally never knew like what we're gonna get, with the slight exception of Shallot, part 3, it has to be an ultra unit. I wouldn't see it going any other way. Like it'd be weird to start off with the ultra unit and then end off with a legend unit. I'm not sure how I would feel about that. However, we have had dual ultras in the 7th anniversary for part 3. So if they're going about it in a relatively similar fashion, then it would be pretty cool if, again, part 1 was a legend and an ultra, part 2 were 2 legends, and then part 3 ends off with yet another legend and ultra. That way, in the grand scheme of the 8th anniversary, they hit that quote unquote 2 ultra unit quota, just not all at the same time, right? But if that is the case, what exactly could the units be? I'm gonna be honest with y'all, at this point, I don't know, man. Like, apart from like the easy prediction, or I won't say easy, but the safe prediction, if you will, of it being UI Goku, like Ultra UI Goku. But at the same time, like, I don't even know, like, if we were to get an Ultra UI Goku, who would the legend unit be, right? Because, I mean, I guess they could maybe make it like a legend Jiren or something, because I don't know. Look, I'm scared of them giving us like a legend Vegeta, because based on what they did during the 7th anniversary, I'm not so sure that unit is going to be that good, bro. I'm being honest with you. Like, I would hope that they'd be good, but I'm not so sure that they would be, right? So, maybe it could be like Goku and Jiren, and they kind of like play off of each other with, you know, one being the Ultra unit, right? Having like crazy mechanics and all the good stuff. And then the other one being a Legend unit where, in a sense, that is a new rarity. So there are new things that they can do with said character, right? We don't know. We don't know. Although, one thing that I would personally think would be like super like out there is the inclusion of Daima. Now, why am I bringing up Daima? I'm bringing up Daima because of two very specific reasons. One, we don't have Super Saiyan 4 Goku Mini in the game, and I don't know how at this point. Because we have Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta Mini in the game, right? We also have Super Saiyan 3 Goku Mini in the game with his Legend unit, right? But we don't have Super Saiyan 4. Still don't know how. And the other is we don't have Goma in the game at all. Like, in absolutely no capacity is that character in Dragon Ball Legends. Where, again, with some of the Daima characters, we have Goku. Like, we have, well, Goku Mini specifically. Like, we have him in, you know, multiple units of him. Vegeta Mini only has one unit, but at least he's in. We have Super Saiyan 4 Goku, which is pretty cool. And we have Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, right? We also have Glorio. We have Do. We have Ku. Like, we have, oh, and we have all the Tamagamis at this point. So we have characters from Daima that are in the game, but we're missing like the last two, if you will, right? Where we could just get Super Saiyan 4 Goku Mini, which they have plenty of material to work with when it comes down to that character. And we also have Goma that we can work with, right? Where in truth, we don't have to get, you know, Demon King Goma, which is the small version of him, right? We don't have to even get that. We could get, you know, Third Eye Goma, which is the bigger version of him. And then if they make him a Legend unit, then his LF could be him turning into Giant Goma, and then him doing something with that, right? And then, of course, like, Super Saiyan 4 Goku Mini, you make him an Ultra unit, his animations have to be absolutely pristine, right? Again, like, it's, I don't know how this is gonna go. I really don't. I am excited to see what we're going to get. We're only a few days off, but as of right now, I have no idea. Like, the safe option would be if it's, you know, we can say it's gonna be Tournament of Power, it's gonna be like Ultra UI Goku, and that'd be all, it'd be cool, right? But my out there prediction is that it could be Daima, and if it is Daima, then I would love to see Super Saiyan 4 Goku Mini and Goma, because we don't have those two characters in the game, let alone one character just isn't even represented in the game at all. But remember, again, they're saying hashtag unpredictable DBL8. So it could be literally anything. This is just pure speculation, but I guess we'll see on the 7th. But I do want to know in the comment section below, what do you guys think the character and the rarity, I guess, will be for part 3 of the Dragon Ball Legends 8th anniversary? Again, let me know in the comment section below. But with that being said, I'm Ndukauba. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.